So my next haul order video is from Hallmark Scrapbooking.com. I really like this company, especially to buy Altenew, Lawn Fawn, and Averyelle, because they stock most of their stamps. And even W+9 as well. They always have a discount running, whether it's 10 or 15%, just standard on all of their stamp sets. So I really think that, and if I just get stamps, the shipping costs are quite low because it's all based on weight. So if I get stamps or dies and not really anything else from them, I find that it works out better to order from hallmarkscrapbooking.com than Simon Says Stamp. Yeah, so I think that's great. So I put an order in because Lawn Fawn had their release. I didn't get anything from their I didn't do an order with their prior release because I had a huge Simon Says Stamp haul at the time, so budget made me wait. But that's okay because they came out with the next one that was in May, so I was able to get stamps and everything from both releases, and things are in stock, so that was really good. But I got a few others as well with my order. So the first one here is this Altenew stamp set, and it was I don't know how I missed it, but it wasn't like a recent release. I think it came out a little while ago. But this one is called, oh boy, Birchland. And I got onto it because the actual designer for Altenew, I was on her blog because of some link from Jennifer McGuire. She was a guest on Jennifer McGuire's blog, and then watched a video, and then was checking out her blog and saw these some cards she made with this stamp set, and they were gorgeous. Like, this is this beautiful realistic birch tree. So I have a lot of birch tree stamp sets, but they look solid and non-realistic, if that makes sense. Just two lines and a few dashes, whereas this one looks very realistic, and I like that for variety. Comes with these beautiful branches that you can have going off in the tree, so you can definitely sort of the trees can change a bit by which branches you put on there, so you can customize it a little. And you also got these splattered dots, and that's for the leaves. So you can have green leaves, or you can have multicolored leaves in the autumn and everything else, and I just love that. Plus, this tree being a clear stamp set, you could actually bend it or lay it down on the on your block in a curve, so you can have, you know, a few of these trees next to each other, and they won't be exactly the same because you'll have one sort of curved off and that sort of thing, which happens a lot in real life. So I think that is brilliant. Now, this lady who made it is from Finland, and so she's got a few other things, like there's the anthill that usually, you know, seems to always happen around birch trees. So that's kind of interesting that she made it realistic as well, very much like nature. And then there's this big barrel, and to be honest, I don't know what the connection is with the barrel and the birch tree, but I do like the idea of using it, maybe not with this, I don't know, putting apples in it or something, or a water barrel or something like that. So it's a very cool wooden plank barrel. I might actually do more research on that, to tell you the truth. Then there's this beautiful birdhouse, and there's 3 different birds to put on the branches with the tree. And then there's all these amazing sentiments, starting with deepest sympathy, warm wishes, with caring thoughts, love, peace, prayers, and blessings, thinking of you, hugs, wishing you happiness, a beautiful day, and smiles. So just very thoughtful, very, very nice and caring sort of sentiments to go with it. But to be like, I was just in love with that birch tree, and I just want to make a bunch of scenes, and I really want to do using the moon stamp set from Altenew. Have the moon in the background and these birch trees and like a really dark sky, and just the white birch tree sort of standing out in front of this moon. I think that would be stunningly gorgeous. So I really want to do something like that rather than just daytime scenes, really, because you know, birch are white bark, and they just stand out better against a really dark sky or background. So yay, got this one. And then from a company I've never got from before, this is Concord and 9th, and recently Hallmark Scrapbooking started stocking these as well. and it's the tree rings. And I just love this for a background stamp. I have no intention of making it realistic with brown ink or anything like that. I really want to use like hot pink, like neon pink ink or something really wild. And yeah, just have it as a backdrop or layer it up on, put it on vellum and stamp it, or you know, gold heat embossing. I just think it was such an interesting background, and because it's really circular, you can easily put something clustered in the center and it becomes a focal point as well. So I just love that. There was a beautiful card on, I think, Ellen Hudson's blog, and it was like done in a hot pink, and then had nothing to do with critters or animals or whatever, just had a few layered up items sort of on top, and it looked really nice, and I thought it was really cool. But anyway, that's what I want to use this stamp for, is like either a background focal point and just some really wild colors, and do some embossing with it as well, and even like a sparkle embossing would be really cool. So I got this one, so I was really happy to find it at that site. Okay, so now we're into like all the Lawn Fawn goodies. So, woo! I really love flamingos. I'm big on that. I know they're in right now. I've not been big on them for about a year and a half, so I'm really glad there's some good stamp sets out there now. So I've got this one here, and it's sort of a medium-sized stamp set compared to, so that's a normal size one. So it's about half the size as a normal, like a larger size one. So they're usually around $8 retail, $6 usually on Hallmark Scrapbooking. This one's called Flamingo Together, and I got the dies that accompany it. So they're just sitting in the back for now, and ran out of magnet sheets, so I'll have to get some more. But anyway, so it comes with these two cute flamingos, and they're facing each other. So I think that's great. I think because they're simplistic enough, they can either be like flamingos in your front yard, you know, as in little plastic, you know, things that you used to see in people's front yard, or actually out in the ocean, in a pond or anything like that. So I like that. One sort of got eyelashes on it, so it looks a little bit more girly. I think that's great. And then you've got a solid image here for two different sizes of palm trees. So what I really want to do with this stamp set is actually have a pond. I'm going to have these two little guys, you know, in the pond, and then I want to take these tops of the palm trees as bushes and have them scattered around the edge of the pond. I think that would look really, really nice. And then have maybe a few flowers next to them, sort of out, like, you know, to make it sort of like flowery type bushes. So I think that would be really nice sort of scene to make with this. Plus this little one here could almost be a reed, but I do have actual reeds in a different stamp set, so I'll probably just use those instead. As far as the sentiments that go with it, you have Flamingo, which would be Flamingo Together, you Flamingo Girl, or oh, the places you'll go, I'll stand by you as well. And it's got the cute little exclamation mark there, and there's a heart, and the open and solid flowers, and a little mini heart as well. So it's got quite a bit of images for only a half-size stamp set. So I think that's really great. They're very, very sweet images. Plus, because I have the dies, it would be really cool to have like a flock of flamingo in like this big pond sort of thing, and have one a different color, so it stands out together, or have all the boys in the flock and just the one female flamingo, and it says you Flamingo Girl, something like that as a sentiment. I think that'd be great. And then I got the simple stitched hillside borders. Now I've already packed them away, but I left them in here to show you so that you could sort of compare. So these down here, these three, and this curvy one up here are all from the original stitched hillside borders. And then these three here are the simple stitched hillside borders. So basically these ones are more curvy, and then these ones, like they said, simple, so you can just have a slightly rounded hill, more of a medium-sized one, and then just an actual hill. So it's just more options for your scenes. So I really love that. So I'm storing them all together with my other one so that I can pull it out all at once and then figure out which size or shape of hillside I want. So I think that's great. Plus I kind of like the idea of using this not as a hillside, but actually because it's only got a slight curve on it, more to curve the side of my card. So I know Christina Warner does it a lot, but she'll have a landscape size card, and on this side she'll just curve the card. And I didn't buy the curved die that she has, but I have seen quite a few cards like that. So I reckon I can use this slight curve now just to cut the edge of my card at a curve, and it will leave a nice stitched border as well. So I think that's just a nice alternative to have slightly different shaped card and make it a bit more unique. So that's cool. This one here. I was jumping up and down excited when I saw this was going to be in the release. These look like nothing, but they are slider dies. Oh, so they're for interactive cards, and basically they're awesome. So now you can create a scene, and you can die cut one of these, you know, cut out basically. And then you can create your own slider card where a critter or something will move across the card. So this one's great. It's got two straight line ones. So if you want to have a short one or you don't want to move very far, or a long one, then you've got a variety of curved ones there. So there's a slight curve, both in a short version and a long version. And then you've got like a hill curve and then another one. Now the unique and awesomest thing about what Lawn Fawn has done is that they've made them to coordinate with their stitched hillsides. So like this one here, I think, wait a second, once I get the right ones out, let me just pull them all out actually. So this is the one that coordinates with this hill. So this is a simple one that I just bought. So these two coordinate with that slope of a hill. And then, let's see, this one goes with that slope. And, nope, wrong one. This one goes with this slope. So how cool is that? Now you can have a slider card and they'll actually follow the slope of your hill. And I just love that feature that Lawn Fawn has done. Also, just in the last couple of weeks, I know like on the Lawn Fawn website, they've been using pennies in the back and just using foam dots and squares sort of thing to run in these little tracks that these are. But if you go onto either Simon Says Stamp or onto even Hallmark Scrapbooking.com, I saw it on there yesterday. My favorite things has now got these specific little round foam tabs. I think they're foam or they're plastic, one of the two, but they are designed to just be, you know, to sit perfectly in their version of slider track, because they just came out with slider dies as well. So they're designed to fit in their slider dies, but I really think that they will fit in Lawn Fawn ones as well, which will just make life a little bit simpler when you're creating your cards. So I would definitely pick up a pack of those if you're going to invest in slider dies. So in my next order, I will be doing that as well. But yes, super excited by this feature that Lawn Fawn has, you know, not just made up random angles for these slider dies. They actually coordinate with their hillside, stitched hillside borders. So I think that's fabulous. And big thumbs up for Lawn Fawn for doing that for me. I think that's great. So yes, this was my must-have for this entire order. I was like, no, I cannot wait. I have to have this one right now. And then when I was there, I also picked up, as far as, I decided to get a few, I'm trying to like get dies for old sets slowly. So I got a couple more die sets for the old stamp sets that I already own. So